Alright, hey guys, I got something kind of cool here. I had a ABS sensor code for the left rear sensor. So before I start tearing apart the wheel end and swapping out the sensor, I want to make sure that the wiring harness is good. So what I did was I disconnected the ABS connector. I put 2 jumper pins on the connector for the 2 wires for the sensor signal. So I put 2 jumpers in, and then just a little jumper wire to go between the 2, so you complete the circuit. And then I went underneath the bus. And what I did was I've got a power probe. I'm just using 24 volt battery, positive, negative on the power probe. And then under the bus. So now what I did was I took the power probe from battery positive. I took my load pro from the positive of the power probe, and then load pro to power probe positive. Then I go through my voltmeter, my Fluke 87, okay? Then the black lead to ground is going to go all the way to the other side of one of the sensor wires, okay? Black lead from the meter to one wire on the sensor harness. And then to complete the path, I'm using the ground lead extension from the power probe to the power probe, okay, which is right here. So instead of using an ohm meter test where you only at most put out 3 volts through the entire circuit, I am going to use full system voltage through this harness to make sure there's not a drop, okay, which is a lot better test. Ohm meter only puts out so much current and it will fool you. So this is the way I check integrity of wiring every time. Ohm meter I don't use to check wiring, only on small components and stuff, like I said before. So anyway, I'm going to do the test. I'm going to put 24 volts through this harness, and then I'm going to load it with the load pro, and I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to verify a harness problem or not. Okay, so I got my power probe right here. I'm going to hit the rocker switch forward to put 12 volts to, or 24 volts. And it's hard to see on the, I got 24 volts going to it. There's the red light. Now if you look on the meter, I've got 25.49 volts on the meter, okay? So now what I'll do is I'm going to hit the load pro button. Hopefully I can do this with 2 fingers. Alright, I just loaded it with the load pro and it dropped down to 24.36 volts. You're good. It can hold a load, wiring harness is good. Let off the button, back to battery voltage, okay? Now another cool thing that you can do is you can use the relative function on a meter if you have it. I'm gonna put it to full system volts, 25.47. Make sure you have your voltage source on before you hit the relative button. So now I'm gonna hit the relative button. All right, I hit the relative button and it went to 0. Now it's gonna take that, and whatever voltage that is dropping through the harness, it's gonna show on the meter. Okay, so I'm gonna hit the load pro button, hit it, and there you go. That's the relative, the reference to the voltage. So I'm dropping a little over a volt. That's on a 24 volt system. That's a good drop for a 24 volt system. You're done. Wiring's good. Let off. And then I let off the button, and then it shows the battery voltage in reference to that. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, that's how you use relative. This is how you check the drop in a wiring harness. It's a much better way to do it, and it'll give you accurate results every time when you do it. Okay, don't use the ohm meter when checking wiring, especially if you got over 60 feet like I do working on a transit bus. So do it this way and you'll be better off. Thanks a bunch, guys. See you soon.